Let me just say this. Correction is not just for those send us to speak a word to. Most of the time, it be for us. Y'all think y'all be feeling hit by the words God give us to speak. God convicts me so much y'all wouldn't understand. He constantly have to correct me. And it's because of the calling he have over my life. Before I started walking with God, didn't nobody play with me like that. I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't hang with a lot of people because I know how quick I was with these lips. How quick I was when it came to being ready to fight. I wouldn't let nobody play on my top now. And I find myself constantly asking God, Father, why you do this to me? My tolerance for BS always been low. I don't like fake people. If I didn't like you, people knew it. I never sugarcoated anything. And I wasn't the type to hold back. Most of the time, if I thought it, I said it. It was never gonna be a secret. I said, girl, hush. One of the reasons I'm using you to speak is because I need you to learn to control what you say. Now I'm trying to figure out how perfect this gonna pan out. You using me to speak your word, knowing I'm gonna get persecuted for your name, knowing I'm gonna get backlash. People gonna come at me sideways and nasty. You know it's gonna be hard for me to remain quiet. God, you ain't never seen me turn the other cheek. And walking with him now, do I always turn the other cheek? No. And you better believe God hear it and he get on me. God has grabbed me by the lips many days. Now, he don't always ask me to be quiet because he know there are some things that needs to be said. It's some people that needs to hear the hard truth. He said the truth gonna always hurt. I'm just using you to do it to change how you deliver it. Some disrespectful things people say. And when I tell you, I instantly get that nudge in my spirit. Like God tapping me on my shoulder, saying, let me handle it. And I be like, nah, God, because I know the way I'm gonna say it, you ain't gonna say it that way. And sometimes I do lean into that temptation, knowing full well God's response to my disobedience gonna hurt me too. And I'll be fighting conscious decisions that I prefer God to hurt my feelings in private than to allow people to play on my top in public. I recognize that I can be a whole firecracker. And I can't say that I pop on everybody. I definitely see my progress, how far I've come when it comes to not setting everybody ablaze. People would think my coming out of homosexuality is one of my biggest testimonies, when honestly, it's my mouth. Me coming out of relationships with women felt like a breeze, easier compared to this. And one way or another, God got us all working on something. God is trying to restore something in all of us. And nobody perfect. Imagine being imperfect, still being used by a perfect God. That's one of the reasons why I try so hard. It's because he cared about little old me that much, to where he see potential in me. In situations where I see myself exploding, God see me being strong enough to control myself, mature enough to walk away, humble enough to take my hand off it and give it to him. I don't always pass the test, y'all. But the test I have passed shows God that I'm capable enough to do it. I fall off that bike all the time. But with God's supervision, he pushes me to get back on, continue to try until I'm able to ride with no training wheels. Don't get too deep into your feelings about the word God give people to put out. It's okay if it hit. God's intention is for it to hit, for you to be aware of the things he's not okay with you allowing to stick. Get on that bike and keep riding until you catch your balance, until you get the hang of it. And in the end, you're gonna see it was only to make you better. So y'all be blessed.